Like a girl loves girl is so weird. Like, oh, why do you judge her? Yeah, be careful. Have a Japanese nationality, I guess.
I'm gonna read that because I can't remember.
Hinano と言います。インタビューを YouTuber から今から受けているところです。
So what's the dating culture in Japan and Lithuania, and what are the main differences?
It's very different. I can talk about it. Probably in Western cultures in general. Yeah. Start from like meeting up and then maybe seeing each other. And then probably like you will see how this person is like and this closer and closer. In Japan, like you definitely make it clear if it's a date or like just a friendship, hanging out thing. It's really often for Japanese girl to date with a guy from other culture and get confused with, oh, is it a date or like is it just a friend thing? They get really confused. Sorry, like it's gonna be a little bit sexual, but if this guy doesn't label this girls and relationship as a date, if you had a sex with someone, you would be considered as like someone who is not beauty standards of Japan, magazines or something like that. We always have white girl instead of Japanese girls or boys. So I think a lot of Japanese people have insecurity. They're not really confident enough to approach the foreigners.
At the same time, don't you think that Japanese people are a little bit racist?
Yes. You're not from Japan, like you're a Gaijin. Yeah, be careful.
What about the gays in Japan?
Oh, it depends on the prefecture actually, like we're changing slightly. Especially for young generations, it's not pretty abnormal, but still it can be very difficult for them to get married like legally. If you're lesbian, it can be a little bit difficult. Regarding the jobs for foreigners in Japan, it's very difficult. And if you can speak Japanese really well, like it's much easier for you to get one. I have some friends who's working in Japan, even though he can't speak any Japanese. So sometimes it's possible, but it will be online based, I guess.
So you have to be like real professional that Japan want to let you in, or?
Not really, especially in Tokyo. I have so many non-Japanese person is working restaurants, other even convenience store. Actually, like in convenience store, you can see a lot of non-Japanese students, international students working as a part-time job. Like you see so many of them. You speak a little bit Japanese, but in the convenience store, you just can use certain sentences, like same sentences.
Is there any jobs that foreigners would not be accepted, never at any point? It's only for Japanese.
Governmental sector, of course.
Governmental.
Yeah, had to have a Japanese nationality, I guess. Interesting thing from one of my friends who used to be in the same university. She's from Russia. When she speaks, she sounds like Japanese, that good. But she told me like when she was doing job hunting, trying to get in like to some corporate in Japan, HR person judged her just because she looks like a white person. They didn't like try to listen to her stories. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
And also for me, if I was in a restaurant with my friends, with Japanese friends, they never talked to me, never.
I have this Japanese company and this foreign-based company, you know, the international multi-nation company, and especially Japanese company, I think it's pretty difficult to have a tattoo like in the visible area. That's why it's difficult for us to get a tattoo.
What is easier to make friends, in Japan or Europe?
Personally, I think it's much easier to make friends in Europe. It's totally normal for you, like to make friends in cafe or bars. It never happens to us, Japanese or Japanese person. In a public place, we don't talk to strangers. Yeah,
so how do you meet the people? You meet in groups, probably.
In the same group or same organization, it's totally possible. Yeah, to make friends. Here, the clubs like not only for sexual purpose, you can just dance and have a good time. But in Japan, like finding someone to sleep with. As a Japanese girl, like I feel not really safe in there.
Food in Japan is absolutely amazing. Do you miss national food? And is it hard to find real sushi outside of Japan?
Personally, I don't really miss Japanese food. I'm the kind of person who like seeks to experience new food or new culture or different things. But actually, other Japanese people really miss Japanese food all the time. They don't have avocado, sushi, or something like that, but we enjoy a different sushi. I think a lot of Japanese people living in Europe in general try to get the ingredients by themselves, even though it's slightly expensive.
Do you think it's possible to find real Japanese sushi in Europe or in Lithuania? Do you think it's possible? It would be like not the same.
I think it's pretty difficult in Lithuania, to be honest. Sorry, Lithuanian people. But maybe in big cities, UK or like Germany.
The big countries.
Somewhere, yeah. I think it's possible.
Okay, let's move to the next one.
Yeah.
Do you think like Japanese people who lived abroad and Japanese people who haven't been abroad, they are quite different?
Yeah, I do think so. Staying in the dormitory, in the hostel, and hanging out with other people, like random people, it's very weird for them. Yeah, because we have this culture, we don't talk to strangers.
Thank you very much guys for watching my video. Please put like, dislike and comment below if you'd like to hear any other information about Japan or any other country. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna see you next week. Mwah!
Francesco!